Hello everyone, Dr. Mandell here. If you've been struggling with brain fog, memory lapses, or tired eyes, especially after long hours on screens, then this video is for you. Because today, I'm going to share 4 powerful dry fruits that have been scientifically shown to supercharge your brain, protect your eyes, and even restore your vision naturally when you start using them the right way every single day. When you soak dry fruits overnight, you are not just preparing food, you are activating life within them. Those few hours in water wake up dormant enzymes, soften the fibrous layers, and unlock the vitamins and minerals that otherwise remain trapped. When the human body receives this living energy early in the morning, something remarkable happens inside your brain and eyes. The soaked almonds begin releasing vitamin E, magnesium, and L-carnitine into your bloodstream, feeding the neurons that control memory and learning. These nutrients help repair the fatty sheath surrounding your nerve fibers, allowing electrical signals in your brain to fire faster and more efficiently. As the neurons become better protected, your brain feels lighter, sharper, and more awake. The omega-3 fatty acids present in soaked almonds and walnuts start rebuilding the cell membranes of your brain, making communication between your nerve cells smoother and more stable. At the same time, the antioxidants from raisins and figs begin scavenging free radicals, the unstable molecules that age your eyes and cloud your thinking, so your visual centers can finally relax after long days of screen exposure. Each soaked nut or fruit becomes a small packet of natural intelligence. When digested in the morning, it floods your system with glucose, iron, and essential amino acids at a slow, balanced rate. This steady fuel keeps your brain active without the crash you get from caffeine or processed sugar. The polyphenols and resveratrol in raisins work silently to widen the tiny blood vessels that feed your retina, increasing the flow of oxygen so your eyes can focus more clearly. Inside your brain, those same compounds improve the elasticity of capillaries, enhancing the delivery of nutrients to memory, forming regions like the hippocampus. With regular intake, people often notice their concentration deepening, their recall improving, and their fatigue fading away because the brain is finally being fed with what it was always designed to use: real food energy. Science supports this ancient wisdom. Studies on vitamin E show its ability to slow cognitive decline by protecting cell membranes from oxidation. Research on omega-3 fatty acids demonstrates how they strengthen synaptic plasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. The iron and potassium in figs and raisins are critical for oxygen transport, ensuring every cell in your brain receives the energy it needs to perform. When oxygen delivery improves, your optic nerves also benefit, transmitting visual information faster and more accurately. That is why many people who start soaking their dry fruits notice not just mental clarity, but also brighter, more vibrant vision. The nutrients in these foods are synergistic. Each one amplifies the effects of the others, creating a continuous loop of repair, protection, and renewal throughout your neural and visual systems. Your eyes and brain are deeply connected organs. They share the same embryonic origin, which means the same nutrients that nourish the brain also feed the eyes. When you eat soaked dry fruits every morning, you are supporting that original biological relationship. The vitamin B6 in figs helps produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and motivation. The zinc and manganese in almonds strengthen the eye lens, helping to prevent the blurring and dryness caused by oxidative stress. Walnuts contribute DHA, the special omega-3 fat found in your brain's gray matter, restoring the membrane integrity of both nerve and photoreceptor cells. These microscopic improvements add up. Your thought processes become quicker, your visual focus steadier, your sense of alertness sharper. This process doesn't happen overnight, yet people often report feeling differences within a week. That's because your body immediately recognizes natural nutrients and uses them to repair deficiencies. The hydration from the soaking water assists in flushing toxins from your digestive system, allowing for better nutrient absorption in the intestines. When the digestive fire is calm and clean, the brain receives purer energy, leading to that unmistakable sense of lightness and calm focus. You can think of soaked dry fruits as brain and eye tonics rather than snacks. They carry biochemical messages of growth, rejuvenation, and clarity. Each morning portion is a conversation between nature and your nervous system, reminding every cell how to function at its highest potential. The transformation becomes even more noticeable in older adults or those experiencing early signs of eye strain or memory lapses. Vitamin E works to slow the breakdown of brain tissue associated with aging, while polyphenols keep blood vessels supple and resistant to plaque buildup. These processes ensure a steady supply of nutrients and oxygen to the brain's visual cortex and memory centers. In a world dominated by screens, artificial light, and mental overstimulation, these natural compounds act like an internal shield, restoring balance where stress and digital fatigue have taken over. The moment you make soaked dry fruits part of your morning ritual, you begin giving your body the signal to heal instead of merely survive. Each soaked almond, walnut, raisin, and fig functions as a living medicine, completely natural, bioavailable, and compatible with the human body's chemistry. They contain trace minerals that modern diets often lack, such as copper, manganese, and selenium, all of which play essential roles in neurotransmitter synthesis and antioxidant defense. The combined effect is a smoother mental flow, a more stable mood, and clearer eyesight. You start to notice that you can remember names faster, sustain attention longer, and recover from mental fatigue quicker. Your eyes don't burn after hours of reading or working. Instead, they feel refreshed, lubricated, and alive. This is not magic, it is biology at its purest. By making this one small change, soaking your dry fruits overnight and consuming them first thing in the morning, you activate a cascade of cellular events that strengthen both your mind and your vision. The living enzymes awakened by soaking help your digestive system process fats and proteins more efficiently, freeing up energy that would otherwise be wasted on heavy digestion. That surplus energy travels to the brain, where it's used for thought, focus, and repair. The antioxidants circulating through your blood neutralize toxins before they can damage the delicate tissues of your eyes and brain. The continuous daily practice creates an internal environment of renewal, slowly reversing the dullness, fog, and strain that so many people accept as normal aging. When your body starts to receive the proper nourishment, your brain chemistry stabilizes. Cortisol levels begin to drop, reducing stress that clouds both thinking and sight. Endorphins rise naturally, giving you a calm confidence throughout the day. The soaked dry fruits work in harmony with your circadian rhythm, eaten in the morning. Their minerals support adrenal function and help your body transition smoothly from rest to active focus. This gentle balancing effect explains why traditional medicine across cultures has always recommended them as the first meal of the day. They prepare your entire nervous system to perform efficiently without overstimulation, supporting clear thought and sharp perception until evening. As days turn into weeks, the cumulative power of these nutrients becomes undeniable. Memory improves because your neurons are firing faster and communicating more clearly. Vision sharpens because your retinal cells are receiving proper blood flow and antioxidant protection. Even your mood lifts because the brain's neurotransmitters are in better balance. The soaked dry fruits are not merely preventing decline, they are stimulating growth, helping new brain cells form in areas responsible for learning and creativity. This is why consistent daily intake can make you feel younger, more alert, and more connected to your environment. The body's natural intelligence is awakened, and the healing begins from the inside out, silently, continuously, powerfully, until clarity of mind and sharpness of sight become your new normal. When you combine these 4 dry fruits together, you are not just eating food, you are creating a natural formula that has evolved over thousands of years, designed perfectly by nature to work in harmony with your brain and eyes. Almonds, walnuts, raisins, and figs may look simple, but each carries a unique nutritional code that, when combined, activates a chain of biochemical reactions that feed, protect, and rejuvenate your most vital organs. Almonds begin the process by stimulating neurotransmitters in the brain with their vitamin E and L-carnitine, enhancing the connection between brain cells and improving memory retention. Walnuts step in with DHA, the most critical omega-3 fat that makes up the gray matter of your brain, allowing neural pathways to fire more efficiently while calming inflammation that often causes cognitive fatigue and mental fog. Raisins, small yet potent, act as detoxifiers that purify the bloodstream, cleansing it of toxins that slow down the transport of oxygen and nutrients to the brain and eyes, while figs deliver iron, potassium, and beta-carotene, providing the oxygen that fuels every neuron and every photoreceptor in your eyes. Together, they form a living network of nutrients that move through your bloodstream like an army of healers, repairing, rebuilding, and rejuvenating at the cellular level, connecting the brain and eyes in a way no synthetic supplement can replicate. When almonds and walnuts are eaten together, they create what scientists call synergistic bioactivity. Their healthy fats, antioxidants, and amino acids complement one another, amplifying absorption and maximizing the bioavailability of every nutrient. The alpha-tocopherol in almonds protects the DHA in walnuts from oxidizing, ensuring that these fats reach your neurons intact and active. The brain thrives on this synergy, firing up energy production in the mitochondria, the small powerhouses inside your brain cells that keep you alert, focused, and emotionally balanced. Meanwhile, the natural glucose from raisins and figs fuels these processes gently and sustainably without the spikes and crashes caused by refined sugars. It's a steady stream of energy that keeps your mind alert for hours, your mood balanced, and your vision steady and sharp. Every bite of this combination carries a message of restoration to the nervous system, providing the raw materials needed for new cell membranes, stronger synapses, and a more resilient neural network. This synergy also works in the eyes, where oxidative stress and inflammation are two of the main culprits behind declining vision. Vitamin A from raisins and figs, combined with vitamin E from almonds and zinc from walnuts, creates a natural defense shield for your retina, protecting it from the blue light damage caused by hours of screen exposure. The omega-3 fats from walnuts maintain the fluidity of photoreceptor membranes in your eyes, ensuring that light signals are transmitted to the brain without distortion. When your eyes and brain communicate without friction, your vision feels clearer, colors look more vibrant, and focus becomes effortless. The bloodstream becomes the highway connecting all these organs, delivering the nutrients in perfect balance, ensuring that no part of your neural or visual system is left starving for oxygen or antioxidants. There's a deeper layer of this synergy that science is just beginning to understand. The brain and eyes share not only blood vessels but also neurochemical pathways. The same neurotransmitters that allow you to think, focus, and remember also regulate how your eyes adjust to light, depth, and movement. When the nutrients from these 4 dry fruits begin circulating through your body each morning, they feed both ends of this connection. The acetylcholine boosted by almonds sharpens focus and learning, while the dopamine balance supported by walnuts and figs enhances motivation and visual responsiveness. Polyphenols in raisins stimulate nitric oxide production, improving circulation in the smallest capillaries behind your eyes and inside your brain. This means every second your heart pumps blood, your eyes and brain are bathed in a nutrient-rich stream that rejuvenates tissue and clears away metabolic waste that builds up during mental or visual strain. When eaten together, these 4 dry fruits also balance the elemental needs of the human body: earth, water, air, and fire, the grounding minerals from almonds, the hydrating sugars from raisins, the airy fats from walnuts, and the fiery antioxidants from figs all merge to restore equilibrium. The brain's left and right hemispheres, often in a constant tug of war between logic and emotion, begin to communicate more smoothly as neurotransmitter balance improves. The result is a calm, centered focus that enhances both intelligence and intuition. In your eyes, the same balance translates to better control over pupil dilation, improved light adaptation, and reduced eye fatigue. Over time, people who consistently consume this combination report clearer thought, sharper focus, reduced anxiety, and brighter vision, a reflection of the body's natural rhythm being restored through nutrition rather than medication. The digestive system also plays a crucial role in this synergy. When these soaked dry fruits are eaten together first thing in the morning, their fiber and natural enzymes cleanse the intestines, improving nutrient absorption throughout the day. The iron from figs is more easily absorbed in the presence of vitamin C and polyphenols from raisins, while the magnesium from almonds and potassium from walnuts help regulate the body's electrolyte balance, ensuring that nerves transmit signals efficiently. The smooth communication between your gut, brain, and eyes is strengthened, creating what modern researchers call the gut-brain-eye axis. When your gut flora thrive on these natural prebiotic fibers, they produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, which travel up the vagus nerve to influence mood, clarity, and even how your eyes perceive light. It's an invisible web of communication that runs through your entire body, strengthened every time you eat these 4 dry fruits together. Another fascinating element of this synergy is how it influences sleep and recovery. The tryptophan in figs and walnuts supports the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for deep, restorative sleep. This is when your brain consolidates memory and your eyes regenerate photoreceptor cells. By nourishing your body in the morning with the same compounds that support nighttime repair, you create a full 24-hour cycle of regeneration. The antioxidants that fight oxidative stress during the day are replenished by the minerals that rebuild tissues overnight. Every morning portion of almonds, walnuts, raisins, and figs essentially sets the foundation for your brain and eyes to heal faster while you rest. Consuming these dry fruits regularly also stabilizes insulin and cortisol levels, which has a direct effect on your ability to think clearly and see sharply. Spikes in blood sugar or stress hormones can constrict the tiny capillaries that feed your brain and eyes, causing fatigue and blurriness. But the slow-release sugars and healthy fats in this combination keep your energy stable, protecting those fragile vessels and ensuring a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients. This is why traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Persian Unani medicine have always recommended soaked nuts and dried fruits as morning tonics for intellectual strength and visual power. They understood intuitively what modern science now proves: synergy multiplies potency. Even on an emotional level, this combination supports harmony. The magnesium in almonds relaxes the nervous system, the serotonin-boosting compounds in figs lift your mood, the omega-3s in walnuts reduce anxiety, and the antioxidants in raisins purify the blood, which in ancient healing philosophy is synonymous with purifying the mind. As these effects intertwine, your body begins functioning as a single coordinated unit rather than disconnected parts. You start to notice that your reactions are calmer, your thoughts more precise, and your perception of the world more vivid. The clarity of sight you experience externally mirrors the clarity of thought forming internally, because both are being nourished by the same flow of balanced nutrients. The true beauty of this synergy is that it requires no complex preparation, no synthetic supplements, no dependency, just consistency. Every morning, when you consume these 4 soaked dry fruits together, you are reaffirming your body's capacity to heal and align itself. The nutrients communicate directly with your cells, reminding them of their original blueprint of health. Day after day, this communication becomes stronger, and the connection between your brain and eyes grows more synchronized. You think more clearly, you see more sharply, and you move through life with greater awareness, because the system that perceives and processes reality, your mind and your vision, has been reawakened by nature's perfect nutritional design. When you make this morning routine a part of your life, you are doing much more than eating a few soaked dry fruits. You are resetting the internal rhythm of your body and brain. Each morning, as the sun rises and your metabolism awakens, your cells become ready to absorb nutrients that define how clearly you think and how sharply you see. When you consume 5 soaked almonds, 2 soaked walnuts, 10 soaked black raisins, and 2 soaked figs on an empty stomach, you are giving your body the exact fuel it needs to repair the damage from yesterday and prepare for the challenges of today. This small ritual nourishes your nervous system, balances your hormones, and hydrates your tissues at the cellular level. Soaked almonds release vitamin E and essential amino acids that coat your nerve endings, helping signals travel faster through your brain. The walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids that restore the lipid layers around your neurons, while the raisins detoxify your blood and improve circulation to your optic nerves. The figs step in to supply natural iron, which carries oxygen to every cell that requires it for energy. Together, these foods awaken your brain, activate your visual centers, and fill your body with sustained natural energy that lasts the entire day. The secret of this routine is timing. When you eat these soaked dry fruits first thing in the morning, your digestive enzymes are at their peak efficiency. The water they have absorbed overnight softens their fibers, unlocking vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that would otherwise remain trapped. The body receives these nutrients in their most bioavailable form, alive, active, and ready to be utilized. As soon as they enter your bloodstream, they begin repairing microscopic tears in your neural tissue caused by stress, pollution, and fatigue. They cleanse the liver, which acts as the central filter of your body, allowing cleaner, nutrient-rich blood to reach your brain and eyes. The very first signals you feel are subtle: a sense of calm alertness, reduced heaviness in the head, and an ease in focusing on small details. Over time, these sensations evolve into noticeable changes. Memory becomes sharper, visual clarity improves, and the fog of exhaustion that once lingered begins to fade. Consistency is what turns this habit from nutrition into transformation. The brain and eyes rely on daily nourishment because they do not store many of the vital nutrients they use. When you provide them with these soaked dry fruits each morning, you create a cycle of replenishment. The almonds continuously supply vitamin E and magnesium, protecting your neurons from oxidative damage. Walnuts keep replenishing DHA, the structural fat that forms the gray matter of your brain, while the polyphenols from raisins and figs maintain blood vessel flexibility. As days pass, your brain's synapses become stronger, your eyes feel less strained, and your energy levels stay stable from morning until night. You no longer need stimulants or energy drinks to keep you awake because your body learns to generate its own balanced energy from natural sources. The morning ritual acts like a tuning fork, resetting your biological clock to a healthier rhythm. The benefits also extend to emotional and mental health. Morning consumption of soaked dry fruits stabilizes serotonin and dopamine levels, the neurotransmitters responsible for mood, motivation, and pleasure. This stability translates into emotional clarity. You feel less reactive, more focused, and more at peace with your environment. The natural sugars from raisins and figs fuel your brain gently, avoiding the blood sugar spikes that cause irritability or distraction. Meanwhile, the magnesium and omega-3s from almonds and walnuts calm the nervous system, lowering cortisol levels, which helps reduce anxiety and stress. When the mind is relaxed, the eyes follow, They stay open and steady instead of twitching or straining under emotional tension. People who practice this morning routine regularly often describe not only better memory and vision, but also a deep sense of mental stillness that carries through the day. Physiologically, this routine enhances oxygenation throughout the body. The iron from figs and the antioxidants from raisins improve hemoglobin function, ensuring that oxygen travels efficiently to your brain and eyes. Better oxygenation means better mitochondrial performance, which directly translates into clearer thinking and sharper visual processing. You can feel the difference when reading fine print, working on a computer, or driving at night. Your eyes no longer feel tired because your retinal cells are receiving the oxygen and nutrients they need. The improvement is gradual but profound, rooted in the body's natural ability to heal itself when given the proper building blocks. With each passing week, this ritual strengthens neural communication and increases mental endurance, allowing you to handle complex tasks without fatigue or distraction. It is important to understand that the power of this morning routine does not come from the calories, but from the life force, the enzymes and natural compounds released during soaking. When you peel the almonds and eat them fresh from the water, you are consuming nutrients that are still alive. They enter your system like fresh electricity, awakening dormant cells. The soaked walnuts release essential oils that lubricate your joints and nourish your brain simultaneously. The raisins and figs act as internal cleansers, sweeping through the digestive tract and removing residual toxins that slow down your metabolism. This cleansing effect improves gut health, which in turn supports brain function because the gut and brain communicate through the vagus nerve. When digestion improves, mental clarity follows. You feel lighter, think faster, and experience less stress because your internal systems are in harmony. This ritual also influences how your body handles aging. The antioxidants in these soaked fruits combat free radicals that cause cellular damage, which means fewer wrinkles, sharper sight, and slower cognitive decline. The brain remains flexible and young, capable of learning new skills and retaining information for longer periods. The eyes retain their natural moisture and resilience, preventing dryness and irritation even under prolonged strain. Over months of regular practice, your overall vitality increases. You wake up feeling refreshed rather than tired, and your ability to concentrate extends effortlessly into the afternoon. The energy you gain is clean, not jittery or artificial, and it supports every aspect of your daily performance, from decision-making to physical coordination. On a deeper level, starting your day with this ritual creates psychological discipline. It's a small act of self-care that signals to your mind that your health is a priority. This mindset shift can ripple through other areas of life. Your food choices improve, your sleep becomes deeper, and your stress response becomes calmer. The morning ritual of eating soaked dry fruits becomes a meditative act, aligning your thoughts with your body. You begin to appreciate the connection between what you consume and how you feel. This awareness alone strengthens neural pathways associated with mindfulness and self-control. As your focus sharpens, distractions lose their power, and your productivity naturally rises. You start living with intention rather than impulse. When practiced consistently for 21 days, this routine resets the biochemical rhythm of your brain and vision system. The pattern of nutrient delivery becomes predictable, allowing your cells to anticipate and optimize energy use. You may notice that your eyes adapt faster to light changes, your memory retrieval becomes quicker, and your creativity expands. These changes are not mystical, they are physiological responses to improve nutrition, circulation, and oxygen flow. Your brain waves begin to stabilize. Your heart rate synchronizes with your breathing, and you move through the day in a calm yet energized state. This is what balance feels like when achieved through natural food instead of stimulants or supplements. Every morning that you commit to this practice, you are investing in clarity, of sight, of thought, and of life direction. The routine doesn't just feed your body, it trains it to function in harmony with nature's rhythm. Your mind begins the day with focus, your eyes open to the world with brightness, and your spirit carries a sense of quiet confidence. Over time, this becomes your foundation, the unshakable starting point for everything else you do. It is proof that profound transformation doesn't come from complexity, but from consistency, from a simple daily act done with intention and awareness.